I'm listening to Spotify at work. My playlist ended, and it started playing this while customers were in the store.
Now, reality can be whatever I want.
This I like. But this... Yeah, no, I like this.
Requires a hack.
Okay, and you can do that?
No.
All gonna be safe, and we're all gonna have a great time. What in the Jesus Christ was that?
Babe, food is ready. Bring your plate.
People are allowed to enjoy things without having a productive purpose. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Except for us. Yeah, except for us.
Please excuse me as I give myself an ounce of serotonin.
Am I dreaming or is that you, Harry? Yeah, it's me. Don't cream your pants.
What do you want?
A chocolate.
You want what?
A chocolate.
Oh, you poor thing.
Yeah.
Remember the first time we met?
You tried to kill me.
Let's recreate that scene.
So I hear you're interested in joining the Phoenix Minaj faction. Well, if that's the case, you are in for a real treat. They teach abjuration and elementalism, but they are probably known as being the most chaotic of the four factions. Alchemists, bards, barbarians, wizards, monks, druids. It's basically a dysfunctional family, but a family that will be loyal to you to the very end. They also are masters at potions and medicine and anything having to do with the natural and physical world. Their stone is an amber, a powerful healer that is also used to calm emotions and instill creativity, which is a great balance to the charismatic and chaotic nature of the Phoenix Minaj. If you're interested in joining them, you'll need this rune and this necklace. Good luck.
3 things to remember about D&D's skill checks. Just because a player makes a skill check doesn't mean they automatically have a chance of success. If a player wants to convince the town jailer to just let them go free from their cell, even a nat 20 isn't going to be enough. Perhaps on a success, the jailer is amused by the player and doesn't have them thrown in isolation for their insolence. If you're going to have an important outcome rely on a skill check, you have to be prepared for the check to fail. If you let your players roll a history check to get some lore that's actually essential to the progression of the plot, and they roll very low, there's a temptation to just kind of give them the information anyway to keep the plot moving, but if you do this, the players will start to notice and it will undermine the weight of future skill checks. And don't be afraid to let roleplay decide the outcome instead of a dice roll. If a player comes up with an ingenious argument to convince an NPC of something, you can just have that NPC be convinced without putting it to a persuasion roll. And as a middle ground, remember you can reward players with advantage on a check if they've gone the extra mile with the roleplay.
Jumping is so dumb in D&D. So, according to the rules, to determine how high a character can jump, you take 3 plus their strength modifier, and that's the number of feet they can jump with a 10 feet start. For a regular Joe with 10 strength, makes sense. Jump about 3 feet in the air. Fairly realistic, right? Elephants have a strength score of 22. Elephants can jump 9 feet in the air. Elephants can't jump in real life because they're too heavy. But if we follow the rules of D&D, we now have grasshopper elephants which can jump and slam down on their players and crush their hopes of a realistic campaign. And then we have the opposite of that with cats having 3 in strength, meaning that they can't jump at all.
After a long and wearisome journey, you finally make it to the clearing where the cemetery was said to be.
Okay, DM, I pull out my sword in case there's anything dangerous around us.
Nice. As you enter the clearing, you notice a strangely thick mist in the air, obscuring your vision.
I cast floating lights to help us see the way.
Awesome. Orbs of light gently float out from you, casting long shadows as they...
Yeah, I raise my hand, and red and yellow lights start coming down from the sky, illuminating everything in front of us to help us see the way.
Sick. These red orbs make it easy to see what's up ahead, what might be the crumbled remains of tombstones. And looking forward, you begin to think you can...
Yeah, my lights move out from me in like a slowly orbiting fashion with the red and yellow making it almost look like flames all around me. DM, I want to roll a perception check to see if I can see any tombstones around here.
Yeah, roll.
Okay, 3 plus 2, 5?
You see nothing. I think it's really easy as players to forget that the DM doesn't get to play a main character. He doesn't get to do all the cool stuff that we get to do. He doesn't get to make the cool saving throws, climb the building, save the person, go Nova. He doesn't get to do those things, so he doesn't get to feel cool as often as we do. As a DM, what makes you feel cool is making the players feel cool. So even though it's tempting to describe what you do and how it looks all the time, maybe try to remember that that's the only part where the DM gets to contribute, when he gets to describe, or they get to describe, how you swing your sword, how you climb over that broken cart, how you bring that person back to life. After all, they don't get to do those things themselves. So why don't we give them some more flexibility in allowing them to share in that epic moment with us? That's just my hot take. What do you guys think?
So I've gotten this question a lot after yesterday's video, so let's go a little more in depth. It all started with this map. They found it alongside a page from a journal that read, "After my long and tiring campaign, I sought a place to lie down and rest with my treasures. To me, the home city of my fallen beloved was the only suitable choice. I hid them well, deep within the halls of that ancient place. Though if you found my map and discovered its veiled secrets, then you already know the path there. Now it rests with the storms, and the pale moon is the only one who knows. She keeps her secrets well." And of course, upon waiting for moonlight, which I used a black light, it showed some secret messages on that letter, and on the map as well. And then they received more letters, and more, and more, all of which had secret messages hidden in black light, or the moon's light. I did the secret messages using markers you can buy from Amazon, you can see here. And more recently, after a shared dream that my players had, which had them make new characters and play out the origins of the BBEG, one of my players awoke from this dream with this mysterious coin in his pocket that he had in the dream as well. As they began to get closer to the castle that lies at the end of the first treasure map that they received, was also the birthplace of the Pirate King's beloved, they started to piece together the messages on the maps and realized that they came together. Finally, they pieced them all together to make this, which is the same symbol as the coin that they found in their pocket, and when reading the message, you can see what it says. "The key lies in the gold of gods, whose treasures outnumber the stars. My map is but an imitation of the true one. Find it to continue my legacy." And that was the clue that they needed to realize that the coin that he had in his pocket was the key in order to unlock a hidden passage that led to the Dread Pirate Castaigne's secret library. In there, they found the map, a larger version of the map that they had before, and that map and that overlay, I'll go into more detail explaining how I did that in the next video. So thank you so much for watching.
Alrighty, adventurers. We just finished the next batch of wax seal coins. You know the rules. First come, first serve. Limited supply. Trades only. What you got? Block of iridium. Deal. The heart container and the instrument. Deal. Only one? Shame. One. A whole bowl of devil fruit. Deal. So just this ring? Sure. Deal. All four? Deal. Last one for the map. Thank you. Hello there, traveler. Glad you could make it. I have something for you. This is the last of my wax seal coins. These are very powerful, but I wanted to make sure you got one. If you wear it, you'll get a point of luck per day. And if you really need it, I want you to flip it into the air, and you and anyone that you're holding on to will be teleported straight back here. On the back, it says be safe out there. Tell that to everybody. But if you can't be, depending on your circumstances, you know that you'll always be safe here. Now be safe out there.
I want to show you something.
Okay.
Can I have your hands? And she takes them and she very carefully slides them underneath her shirt so that he can feel her back, because she is showing him her 2 scars.
What happened?
My dagger. The dagger I have now. My father gave it to him so that he could kill me, because that was his job as my husband. I trust you completely. But I have been hurt. And even though I've healed, I still carry those scars. And I'm sorry that I let the memory of them hurt you too.
I love you. And that means every part of you. The good and the bad. Your beauty and your scars.
Can you really make him go away?
I think so.
I'd like that.